You need both aspects to really be a success. But what Dr. James realized about his philosophy of success was that the first part is indeed more important than the second going forward. As long as you're working toward your inner goal, your dream, then success is possible. But once you give up your inner vision, then you can never become successful. You never will become successful until. Doesn't even matter. Now, maybe the person who's been working on a project for 10 years can be successful in his own right. If he's honestly working toward it, doing everything to make himself worthy of reaching the dream, really happy with where he is doing it until then, maybe he is a success. It's a personal thing. Going for it one step at a time, going for small accomplishments along the way for however long it takes. So let's think about this for a moment. What outside evidence or results or proof can be seen when you accomplish your goals one step at a time? You'll start to see things change around you. Little things, not major things, but little everyday things. Things you may not even notice unless you are paying attention. If you're one of those who'd rather stay up late and get up late only to discover that your workplace doesn't fit your schedule and you roll out of bed cursing the alarm clock every morning, maybe you could start with a little change of going to bed half an hour earlier than normal, and maybe you'll see in time. Of course, you can't train your body overnight. Maybe you'll find out that you jump out of bed in a better mood and that your day will start better and that you'll get more done and that the people around you that caused you problems aren't so hard to work with after all. It also starts by making one little change and adding to it every day. You see, you can't change what's going on around you without changing what's going on within you. Start changing how you look at mornings, and sure enough, people will start changing how they look at you when you start changing how you think, how you act, how you treat others, how you treat yourself. When you start responding instead of reacting to life, life will start responding to you. I'm telling you that you can do it with your lifestyle. You can do it with your sales career. You can do it with your management career. You can do it with any part of your life. You cannot believe what can happen in such a short period of time. So you ask yourself, what small changes can I start making today? Well, you can start in your car on your way to work if you're sitting on the highway. Stop and go traffic. Moving at about 15 miles per hour. Tops. Look at the guy or the lady sitting next to you and give them a smile or thumbs up or even wave some. People might think you're a little strange, but hey, you'll feel better. And tomorrow, when you get into the office, how about a big cheery hello to the people at the front desk and everyone you see on the way to your office? And when you get home tonight, how about giving your wife or husband and kids big hugs instead of collapsing on the sofa? When you start with the little things that make others happy, improve their day, you'll find that these little things add up to big ones. Happens when you start taking charge of your own personal happiness, your own life. Do you think that these little things will somehow make a difference in meeting your goals? You bet they will. You can't do it alone. You can't be successful by yourself. It's hard to find a rich hermit, you know. The ambitious person realizes that each of us needs all of us. You all by yourself may have finalized the company's marketing plan or finished up the sales projections, or even wrote the mission statement for the year to come. Even if you did this all by yourself, you really had the help of all of those around you who tolerated and supported your need to be undisturbed or provided service to you during the project. Maybe you should thank those people every once in a while with a dinner certificate or a bouquet of flowers. After all, without your support team, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. You can't be successful by yourself, so thank them. Thank those around you and let them know just how important they are to you, be it your office personnel or your family or your friends. A thank you sure goes a long way. You don't have to worry about the winds that will most certainly blow around you, the obstacles, the negativity that will stand in your way. You don't have to worry about what other people will say. You just have to keep your mind on your course. Those winds may blow fast and furious, but if you know your path, if you know where you are going, they will help push you toward the dreams and goals and treasures that you have already decided you're going after. Your goals will push you forward ahead of the stormy weather. There are some amazing people around that we can learn from today. People who have already braved the storms and come out on top. People who are still alive today. People who started with nothing and ended up with something great. Famous people, not so famous people. Maybe even people you know but don't know their stories. People who had an early vision and ambition. People who turned their focused dreams into the reality of success. One of my friends steals the story about her dad. She thinks he's cheap. She gives him a hard time every time they go to one of those all-you-can-eat places because he eats all he can eat until he can't move, until he needs to take something for indigestion. But she knows where he came from. his history and understands just why he is the way he is. He eats all he can eat because he was raised in an orphanage, a place where you had to grab all you could or you'd be hungry. But the real story behind her father is that he made himself a millionaire with nothing more than a dream. He watched his own father drown when he was 4. Was taken away from his mother a few years later and put into an orphanage because he was so bad, raised by other people, strangers. After growing up in foster homes, he decided to go out on his own. He barely finished high school, but he found a job as a vacuum cleaner salesman. He did well, really well, but the woman he loved didn't want to marry a vacuum cleaner salesman. And he really didn't want to be one. So he went to college, went on to medical school, prospered, really prospered, led a tremendously successful life as a radiologist and is now retired. Gold's fishing rides his Harley. Stories of success are all around us everywhere. Take the time to talk to these people or read their stories. You might learn something. You might find out that they have already traveled the path you are now on. Many of these people have written books on their journeys. These books tell the stories and give the secrets that we can all learn from. Let's say you decided to take a trip, just a short one. Maybe for a weekend. Let's say you want to go away to a place you've never been before. Wouldn't you want to find someone who had been there? Ask them a few questions. What's the best way to get there? The safest route, the quickest route. What do I need to bring to be totally prepared? What fun things should I look for on the way? What dangers do I need to avoid by talking with someone who has already been there? It'll make your trip that much more enjoyable. The power of ambition and dreams. To achieve true success, it's not enough to simply wish for it or to dream about it. It takes unwavering ambition, a fierce determination to pursue your goals, and the ability to turn those dreams into reality. Ambition is not just about wanting something, it's about taking concrete steps to make it happen. It's about having a clear vision of what you want to achieve and the discipline to work towards it, no matter how difficult the path may seem. One of the most important aspects of ambition is having a clear dream. What do you want to achieve in your life? What kind of impact do you want to make on the world? Having a vivid and well-defined dream will give you the motivation and direction you need to succeed. Once you have a clear dream, it's time to start taking action. Break down your dream into smaller, more manageable goals. Set realistic timelines for yourself and track your progress along the way. Don't be afraid to make adjustments as needed, but never give up on your goals. Ambition is also about having the courage to face challenges and setbacks. There will be times when things don't go according to plan. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But it's during these times that your ambition will be put to the test. The key is to never lose sight of your goal. Keep reminding yourself why you're doing this and how important it is to you. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people who believe in you. And most importantly, never give up on yourself. The importance of small changes. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the enormity of your goals. But remember, even the smallest steps can make a big difference. Start by making small changes in your everyday life. These changes may not seem like much, but they can have a cumulative effect over time. For example, if you want to improve your health, you could start by making small changes to your diet. Instead of skipping breakfast, try eating a healthy breakfast that will give you energy for the day. Or, if you want to be more productive, try setting a timer for 25 minutes and working on a task until the timer goes off. Then take a short break and repeat. Small changes can also help you build momentum and make it easier to take on bigger challenges. As you see the positive results of your small changes, you'll be more motivated to continue working towards your goals. The power of support. No one can achieve success on their own. We all need support from others along the way. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and encourage you to pursue your dreams. These people can provide you with motivation, advice, and a sense of community. You can also find support from online communities and books written by successful people who have traveled the path you are now on. These resources can offer you valuable insights and inspiration. The power of learning from others. There is so much we can learn from others who have already achieved success. Take the time to read their stories and learn from their experiences. You may be surprised at how much you can gain from their wisdom. When you learn from others, you can avoid making the same mistakes they did. You can also learn about the strategies and tactics they use to achieve their goals. This knowledge can help you on your own journey to success. Conclusion. Ambition, dreams, and support are all essential ingredients for success. By combining these elements, you can achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life. Rewrite these tests. It's the same thing with life by listening to those who are farther along in the journey. The journey you are interested in taking and learning from their successes and failures. You just might pick up something that will make your journey that much better. Listening to the stories of others can be motivating, captivating. They can provide that extra push you've been looking for. They can demonstrate what the power of ambition is truly all about. They've been there. Their knowledge is valuable. And when you use that knowledge and motivation to take action, you'll gain momentum eventually. You will find that the key to motivation, true motivation, is right there inside you. You won't have to look elsewhere to get pumped up, turned on, charged up with the right knowledge behind you. You will learn how to motivate yourself with the right knowledge. You will find yourself becoming inspired on your own. And in order to move forward, you must be motivated, inspired, ambitious. You must have dreams and goals that create ambition. Good ambition. Positive ambition. Now, ambition does not mean being greedy. It does not mean being selfish. It does not mean getting ahead at the expense of others. Ambition is not greed. Ambition is not avarice, an all-consuming desire for wealth. And ambition is not hoping you can win at the expense of others. Do you suppose Judas was ambitious? He ended up with 30 pieces of silver, a fortune in those days. Was Judas successful because he had all that money? No. Judas sold out. Was Judas happy when it was all over with? No. The money didn't make him happy. What he did to get the money certainly didn't make him happy. What Judas became in the pursuit of his fortune caused him to end his own life. What drove him was not ambition. And ambition is not greed. Ambition is an eager desire to achieve, eager desire to get ahead in life, to do more for your family, to prosper in health, wealth, and relationships. Now, desire does not always translate into ambition. Desire is what you want for yourself. A bigger house, a better car, a fatter bank account, a better life. I desire to have these things. Ambition is how you get there. Desire is sometimes healthy. Desire is sometimes unhealthy. Desire might say, I want the tallest building in town. The destructive side of desire might urge you to tear all of the other buildings down. I guess that's one way to do it. You might get away with tearing down the first one and maybe the second one. But in your desire to tear them all down, sooner or later, some guy is going to be standing out in front of his building saying, I'm on to you, get out of here. And pretty soon, you're no longer known as a builder. You're known as a destroyer. Now, the second way to have the tallest building in town is to see it, dream it, and plan it, and put your team on it. Work on it. Go through all of the steps to get there. Do it right. Have the ambition to be the owner of the tallest building in town and go through all of the right steps to get there. If you really want it and have the skills to do it and the patience to weather all of the storms, your ambition will lead you there. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace now. It takes time to bring value to the marketplace. However, we do not get paid for time. So we cross that out a mistake. Mistakenly, the man says, I'm making about $20 for an hour. Not true. If that was true, you could just stay home. Right, and have him send your money. So that's not true. We don't get paid for time. We get paid for value brought to the marketplace. Now, since that's true, here's one of the key questions of my talk to you today. Is it possible to become twice as valuable to the marketplace and make twice as much money in the same time? Is that possible? The answer is yes. Could you become 3 times as valuable as you might be right now to the marketplace and make 3 times as much money in the same time? And the answer is yes. 5 times. 10 times. Of course. America's unique. It's a ladder decline. It starts down here. Let's say at $5 an hour and it keeps going up. Top income last year, $80 million. The guy who runs Coca-Cola. Now that's a heck of a ladder. So why everybody wants to come here? Right. The boat people are not headed for Vietnam. People haven't plotted in scheme for 50 years saying, if I could just get to Poland, everything would be okay. Not true. Everybody wants to come to America. And the reason is because we've got the best wind ever blowing in our favor. We've got the best economic opportunity anybody's had in 1,000 years, and all you have to do is understand it and take advantage of it. Now there's some key questions to ask here. Why would the marketplace pay someone $5 an hour? Very simple answer. They're not very valuable to the marketplace. Now we must underline to the marketplace, this person might be a very valuable brother. Yes. Remember the family valuable? Yes. Valuable member of the church. Of course. Valuable citizen of the country. Yes. Valuable in the sight of God. No doubt. We're all of equal value in the sight of God. But if you're not very valuable to the marketplace, you don't get much money, you say? Well, it shouldn't be that way. Well, then you got to start your own country. You know, this one's been in process for 200 years and this is the best we've been able to come up with so far. But here's the key. You don't have to stay here now. There was a big debate in Congress last year that this $5 was not enough. Should be 6, should be 6, should be 6. But we don't need legislation. 6 is already on this ladder. The next step up. You know, if you work for McDonald's, they'll pay you $5 an hour to take out the trash. If you whistle while you take out the trash, they'll pay you $6 an hour. So we don't need that legislation. You just need to take lessons on how to whistle. Have a good attitude. Now, as you begin to climb this ladder, why would the marketplace pay some people $50 an hour? Answer. Evidently, they must be more valuable to the marketplace. 10 times more valuable. And is that possible for someone to be 10 times more valuable and earn $50 an hour instead of 5? And the answer is yes. That's what America is all about now. Why would the marketplace pay some people $500 an hour? Evidently, this person must be much more valuable to the marketplace. That's what's important to understand to the marketplace. And with the marketplace, pay one person $80 million for 1 year's work. And the answer is of course, if you help the company make $1 billion, would they pay you $80 million? I'm telling you, it is possible. And that's why America is so exciting. That's why this financial ladder is so exciting. It's possible for all of this to come true. For all of you, no matter where you start as a student in school, just getting started out there in the workplace. This is all possible for you now. Mr. gave me the clue on how to climb this ladder as high as I wanted to climb. Now we're talking primarily economics here. There's a lot of other ways to become valuable to your family. Valuable to your friends. Valuable to the community. Valuable to the team. Right. Valuable to the team effort. Valuable to the concert. But here's what he said to me in climbing this ladder economically. All you have to do is work harder on yourself than you do on your job once. I heard that it made sense to me. I kept hoping that everything else would change around me. Found out that if I went to work on myself, worked on my skills, worked on my language. If I became better than I was each year, if I grew in skills and language and vocabulary and competence, then I would become attractive to the marketplace. Not very long ago, a company called me and said, "Mr. Owen, we're expanding internationally, we'd like to have a bit of your expertise to help us. Would you give us a bit of your time? We'll add some millions to your fortune." And I said okay, and I thought later. Isn't that interesting? They would call me then. My second thought was, of course they'd call me. Who else would they call? I can get the job done. Now, what a contrast for me. Farm boy from Idaho raised in obscurity. Parents of modest means broke when I was 25. How come I would get a telephone call and someone offered me a lot of money to help them in expanding around the world? Simple answer, evidently something happened to me between age 25 and where I am today. And I can tell you where it all started from my teacher, Mr. Schoaf, who said to me, we don't have to change what's going on out there. That's the wind that's blowing. All we have to do is change what's going on in here. And now there's several ways to do that on personal development.